Good day, everyone. Welcome to Real Conservative Headline News. I'm your host, Nathaniel Rajkumar. Here are today's headlines. Tensions rise in St. Joseph, Trinidad, as WASA workers stage a demonstration following a breakdown in wage negotiations, prompting state officials to urge an immediate return to the bargaining table. I've been warning the Kamala Prasad administration that you're pushing the PSA to a limiter. You're pushing them to a limit. Go ahead. And what you're doing is wrong. You made promises to these people and to the rest of citizens of Trinidad and Tobago. You're doing good when it pertains to the energy sector now. But with this, anyhow. In Grenada, celebrations wrap up for Spice Mass 2026 amid a major boost in visitor arrivals and economic momentum. That is wonderful news for them. A federal judge dismisses a civil rights lawsuit against Harvard University regarding campus safety. And in Israel, Defense Minister Israel Katz declares troops will not withdraw from southern Lebanon until Hezbollah is fully disarmed. That is wonderful news. Trump continues to remain in his own little spell, believing as though he can continue to make deals even on behalf of Israel. As though the Lebanese military could be able to subdue and eradicate the Hezbollah terrorists on their own. That is impossible. Nevertheless, stay tuned for the full details up next. WASA workers demonstration hits St. Joseph after breakdown in wage talks. Yeah, because it's over a year now. A year now. And they continue to win. UNC wins. Everybody wins. Yeah. Tensions erupted outside the Water and Sewage Authority, WASA, Public Education Center in St. Joseph, as disgruntled employees gathered to demonstrate following a sudden breakdown in negotiations between senior executive management and union leadership. And listen to me carefully. Don't come and talk no tata about, there wasn't really protesting for the past 10 years. Oh, they lie. You know why? I, as a civilian, as a normal citizen of Trinidad and Tobago, I am not a member of the public sector or anything like that. I went and protested with the PSA, along with my sibling, of course. All right, and there were many WASA workers in that protest. So you can miss me with that. You hear me? Miss me with that. Led by PSA President Felicia Thomas, workers voiced strong frustration over halted wage talks and outstanding financial issues, calling on executive leadership to return to the bargaining table. The action intensified as union representatives and employees gathered inside and outside authority facilities, demanding direct dialogue with executive management after scheduled discussions collapsed. All of a sudden, UNC behaving just like the PNM. Silence! Silent night. My goodness, boy. Union leadership criticized the abrupt halt in the communication, emphasizing that WASA personnel have grown increasingly impatient over unresolved compensation adjustments and workplace concerns. Yes! It's over a year, people. Nobody want to hear when UNC wins. Everybody. When people want to see money, that's what they want to see. They want to see the money. The standoff sparked rapid attention from state energy and public utility officials, who instructed WASA management to immediately resume talks with the union to de-escalate the situation. Yeah, but that kind of response? Just instructions. It's always instructions. We should be seeing ministers, the ministers actually going there and getting involved directly. Don't instruct anybody. Like, get papi show games. We want to see you all actually there. We want to see you all there communicating with the PSA presidents and the members, of course. Despite management's efforts to resolve the impasse, union leaders maintain that workers will remain vigilant until binding agreements are finalized and their financial demands are addressed. These are the kind of things that overshadow all the good being done by the Kamala Prasad administration.
Okay, so the time is now 10 p.m. We are at WASA compound, as you can see, filled with vehicles, people here waiting on the management of the authority to give a response. 10 p.m., none of the directors on the board, the chairman of the board is absent. has not communicated in relation to moving forward with the negotiations. So the workers are here, the workers are waiting, but it seems as though the workers' issues are not important to the chairman of the board nor the board of directors, and so they are absent from what is taking place in WASA here at the moment. But I can assure you that we would not be leaving this compound until we get a response, and it will not be work as usual.
Trinidad and Tobago weather forecast for Friday, August 14, 2026. Trinidad and Tobago will experience variably cloudy, hazy and breezy conditions with a maximum temperature of 32 degrees Celsius in Trinidad and 31 degrees Celsius in Tobago. Periods of sunshine will be interrupted by light to moderate showers in some areas. There is a low to medium chance 30 to 40% of isolated heavy showers or afternoon thunderstorms in localized areas. In the event of a heavy shower or thunderstorm, gusty winds and street or flash flooding may occur in areas so localized. Saharan dust is present in the atmosphere, so sensitive persons are advised to take the necessary precautions. The minimum temperature overnight will be 24 degrees Celsius in Trinidad and 25 degrees Celsius in Tobago. Seas will be moderate to occasionally rough with waves from 1.5 to 2.0 meters in open waters and below 1.0 meter in sheltered areas. All marine interests should exercise caution, particularly due to the presence of spring tides.
Regional news now. Cultural and economic momentum took center stage across Grenada on Thursday as national organizers and tourism officials officially wrapped up Spice Mass 2026. Now, I don't like Carnival, but I would love to visit, at least anymore, but I would love to visit Grenada one of these blessed days. So, cultural and economic momentum took center stage across Grenada on Thursday as national organizers and tourism officials officially wrapped up Spice Mass 2026 celebrations following a massive turnout at the post-carnival encore event at the National Cricket Stadium. Tourism and Festival authorities reported a substantial surge in visitor arrivals and local participation throughout the festival period, highlighting the cultural event's critical role in boosting revenue for local vendors, hospitality operators, and small businesses across the Tri-Island nation. Simultaneously, the Royal Grenada Police Force praised overall community cooperation during the heightened carnival traffic, while maintaining active security protocols and maritime safety reviews along major coastal zones. It looks as though that's the only time police has ever do a good job during carnival. Law enforcement officials confirmed that security operations remain fully deployed across key tourist districts, including Grand Anse Beach, with heightened vigilance directed toward maritime charter regulations and water safety enforcement to protect both residents and holiday visitors. On the socio-economic front, government agencies and utility stakeholders continued public outreach on the newly implemented electricity relief package, which provides targeted cost reductions for domestic consumers through the end of the year. Officials emphasize that these temporary utility subsidies, combined with ongoing infrastructure development and post-carnival economic gains, aim to alleviate cost of living pressures for Grenadian households while supporting sustained fiscal stability. International news now. Higher education oversight and civil rights enforcement returned to the national spotlight on Thursday following a decision by U.S. District Judge Richard Stearns in Boston to dismiss a federal civil rights lawsuit against Harvard University. The legal action, initiated under Title VI of the Civil Rights Act of 1964, sought to compel institutional accountability regarding campus safety and the protection of Jewish and Israeli students. You don't know, most likely, to those who love the Democrats outside there, and the Israelis who love the Democrats outside there, you know, most likely this is a far-left radical judge, right? Federal judge or whatsoever, district judge. Because it is a fact, everybody knows that throughout America, especially in a lot of these high schools and so forth, Jews are being targeted. So why shouldn't there be laws to be able to protect them? Policies to be able to protect them. But you know, you put it on the other side, with the African American communities, You want to make sure and have a lot of policies to be able to protect them. As a matter of fact, even empower them to be able to bully others. Judge Stearns ruled that the specific allegations presented did not establish an ongoing statutory violation required for forward-looking injunctive relief. Dealing a temporary procedural setback to federal efforts aimed at enforcing strict anti-discrimination compliance across elite academic institutions. You see what I'm showing here? It's all about politics. It's all about politics because the federal government is Republican right now. The federal government is the Trump administration. But trying to protect the Jews. And what the Democrats doing? Saying, no way. And then they pretend to support the Jews. Despite the ruling, proponents of academic accountability and campus safety emphasize that the legal debate underscores the vital need for rigorous federal oversight over higher education, and rightfully so. These universities should not be allowing anyone to be discriminated against and anyone to be victimized and attacked, including the Jews. Legal analysts and conservative policy advocates noted that universities benefiting from taxpayer funding must maintain uncompromised standards of institutional discipline, equal protection, and student security. And if not, stop funding them. Is as simple as that. But you see, these federal judges and the Democrats and them will try to find ways, try to be able to find laws to prevent the Trump administration from defunding these woke universities. Supporters of regulatory oversight reaffirm that federal authorities will continue exploring legal mechanisms and policy frameworks to ensure that academic leadership remains fully accountable for maintaining safe, merit-based, instead of all that woke nonsense, and non-discriminatory learning environments nationwide. Security policy and northern border strategy took center stage across Israel on Thursday, following a major announcement by Defense Minister Israel Katz regarding troop deployments in southern Lebanon. The same area that Trump wants Israel to pull out from, and say, no, trust and believe in the Lebanese military, that they can finish the job. They can be able to disarm Hezbollah. And I told you all that recently. That is impossible. They couldn't do it all the time, expect them to do it. Now, Israel needs to stay there and finish the job. Has declared that the Israel Defense Forces will not withdraw from security positions along the northern border buffer zone until Hezbollah is fully, hear the word, fully disarmed and its operational capabilities across Lebanon are permanently dismantled. Israel has not taken the chance of giving the Hezbollah terrorists the opportunity to repeat again and again October 7th. The same hypocrites who chant genocide in Gaza are the same ones that encourage the Palestinians to say, repeat October 7th again and again. Again and again. Over 1,000 lives were lost on October 7, 2023. And the world celebrated and then want to cry genocide. You see the hypocrisy? Bible says that evil will be considered good and good will be considered evil. Because Israel retaliated and waged war against the terrorists who desired to destroy them, the world called genocide. If Israel wanted to commit genocide, they could have done so on October 7th later that day or October 8th. They did not. They could have used weapons of mass destruction, people, and they did not. They chose to fight, go in and allow them and put their military officers, the IDF officers, in danger with live combat with these terrorists. So you can miss me with all your nonsense about genocide. They do everything in their power to try to reduce the amount of civilian casualties. You don't call that genocide. Problem is Hamas uses, and the world has admitted that, the UN has admitted that Hamas continues to use civilians as human shields, and they use schools, mosques, churches, hospitals as military bases. And you want to blame Israel for targeting these places when the Hamas terrorists fired them from these locations. You can miss me with that as well. Or you tribal people outside there. The statement reinforces a firm strategic posture, linking regional troop realignments directly to verified security guarantees and long-term demilitarization efforts along the border. At the operational level, defense leadership reaffirmed that Israeli forces will remain positioned in critical northern sectors to maintain defensive surveillance and prevent hostile incursions. Military coordinators emphasized that maintaining an active security footprint is vital for ensuring the safe return of northern residents to their homes. People are displaced, look how long, and neutralizing long-range projectile threats. Because if you send them back right now, their lives will be still in danger. Government officials reiterated that national defense priorities require strict enforcement of border integrity and full compliance with international disarmament terms to safeguard national sovereignty. Well done, IDF. Well done, Israel Katz. Well done, Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. The modern day Jehu of the Bible. You're not the same. You make too many compromises with Trump. But I'm very proud of you each time you take a stand and you say, okay, that's enough. Can't push me any further than this. No, I'm not going to leave Gaza. No, I'm not going to leave Lebanon either. Wonderful.
Psalm 36, 1-4. The nature and deliberation of sin. An oracle within my heart concerning the transgression of the wicked reveals that they have no reverence for God before their eyes. Because they flatter themselves so deeply, they remain completely blind to their own guilt and unable to hate their wrongdoing. Every word from their mouths is deceptive and malicious, as they have turned away from acting wisely or doing what is good. Even as they lie awake on their beds, they actively devise harm, fully committing themselves to a destructive path and refusing to turn away from evil.
The wicked have no fear of God. Blinded by self-flattery, their words deceive, they plan evil on their beds, and they refuse to reject wrong. Your steadfast love, O Lord, reaches to the heavens, and your faithfulness to the clouds. Humanity finds refuge and feast on the abundance of your delights. For with you is the fountain of life. In your light we see light. Protect the upright, preserve the faithful, and let not the wicked prevail.
You hypocrites! Doesn't each of you on the Sabbath untie his ox or donkey to water it? Shouldn't this woman, bound 18 years, be set free on the Sabbath?
Folks, that brings us to the end of today's headline news. Thanks again to everyone who continues to support my content. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Stay blessed and stay safe most of all. In Jesus' name.